Well, hello folks, and welcome back to Papa Bear Outdoors. This is yours truly, Papa Bear, with you this morning. We are getting out here at sunlight. It is sunrise in the Ozark Mountains here in Arkansas. Going to try to ease off into water here in this spring river and try to make my way up to the head of the waterfalls there. And finally, I'm going to get to try my 10 Cara rod. We'll see how it goes. The water's still a little high, but it has dropped quite a bit. And the water clarity is a lot better than it has been. So I am going to head out here with my Nirvana 370Z 10 Cara rod. This is a 12-footer with a 6.4 action. This is teamed up with some 20-foot no-dachi nymphing line. And I have my flies for today. I have got, for my main fly, I've got a number 10, I believe that is, may even be a 12. Number 12, McPhail Caddis Pupa, teamed up with an either 10 or 8, that may be a 10 there, alder fly, which I really tore them up on last year. So if I can fight this current and get up where I want to fish, we're going to give them a try today. See a lot of mayflies and green drakes this morning. I'm seeing no rises like they're taking them off the top of the water just yet. So these two flies I've got tied on are subsurface. Of course, the alder is a wet fly. And then that pupa is a nymph, or swims like a nymph anyhow. Ooh-wee, this current's stout. And really fight my way against it. I don't know if I'll be able to catch anything on the 10 Cara, but I've got to give it a try. Now I'm making a little headway. See several mayflies in the air this morning, but I see no trout sipping from the surface. So maybe this subsurface fly will do well for me. Ooh, just saw one come up. Looked like a quality fish. Way up there by that lay down that's in the water, right behind that current break. Previous days down here, it's just been too blasted high to fish this area. I've been biding my time, hoping to get back down to this spot. So here we are. Time to deploy my line and my rod. Folks, those of y'all new to 10-car fishing, don't make the mistake I made in the beginning and get these rod sections too tight when you pull them out. It'll sure come back to bite you. They'll lock up and you can't get them collapsed, and then you're in bad shape there. I've got about 24 to 26 inches between these two flies. My bottom fly is that McPhail caddis pupa I tied. All right, the line is out. We're gonna give her a try, folks. First drift. We're gonna work these on the swing. It is pretty darn fast in here. Have to put a double line mend in it. It may not be here long. It's still pretty wild and woolly on the current there. But I had to give it a try. Work a little closer. But I'm seeing these mayflies landing on the water and coming out of the water, and there's nothing eating them. So that's not boding well. If they won't eat the live flies, chances are they're not eating in here. This river's still trying to recover from the flash flood we had a couple days ago. It's just too dirty and too swift right now, too high. It has cleared greatly, but not quite enough yet. I'd say in 2 or 3 days, if they don't get any more rain, it ought to be back to good conditions. Unfortunately, we're leaving tomorrow. All right, folks, I've seen enough. We're gonna go back and get our spinning rod and possibly a redhead. So we'll be right back. This is Papa Bear with Papa Bear Outdoors. Hello, folks. As you can see, I've had to go back after my spinning rod. And those of y'all that follow my channel know that I would 10 to 1 rather be fly fishing these fish. But you gotta work with what the conditions deal you. And right now we've got high, swift, muddy water. And I came down here to fish, not just to sit around the camp. So we are going to go down and try to catch us some fish, bait fishing them. You know, I'm still down here breathing some sweet mountain air, and I've got a week away from my regular duties at work. So it's not all a loss. Although I would rather be 10-car fishing, that is my heart right there as far as fishing goes. I will have a blast catching these trout on this little ultralight rod and reel. And I sure couldn't do that sitting in my living room at home. So I hope you enjoy this episode, and those of you that follow me for 10-car, I'm sorry conditions didn't work out this time, but I hope you enjoy watching me catch a few fish anyhow, as you join me in this adventure at our Riverside retreat down here. You know, I've been coming down this path for many years now, and I still hang my toe on that root right there. You would think I would learn my lesson by now. All right, we are almost to our starting spot. This is when I gotta watch my footing. Concentrating on the river, I might fall over something here. In my excitement to get into the water. All right. You know, the older I get, I find I don't bounce as high as I used to. And when I get hurt, I don't recover as quickly. I blew out a knee about 4 weeks ago, and I'm still working on my recovery on it. All right, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Hopefully the fish will do the same. The water is clear. It's got a green tint to it instead of brown now, although it's still plenty dirty. It is starting to resemble a trout river and not the Mississippi. There she is, folks. First cast of this day. Sun coming up over the horizon. What a beautiful morning. And a fish on first cast, folks. How you like them apples? Tell you what, I'm kind of excited about this little hole right here because I caught 3 15-inch trout yesterday. This one ain't no small one. That one's probably 13 and a half or 14. Let's see what we got here. 13 and a half. I called that one, folks. 13 and a half inch trout to start off the day. Hold on, little buddy, I'll let you go. All right. Hooked right in the corner of the mouth like we like it. Right like we like it. Looky there, what a fine specimen of spring river rainbow there. And off he goes. That's the way to start the morning off, my folks. I'll just leave that one whole here. One cast, one fish. Oh, I am in the hunt for a 16 plus incher. There's a bite. Didn't quite have it. That one did by Ned's. Oh my. I can think of worse ways to spend a morning. My old buddies at work, wish you were here. Oh yeah, sweet. He finally come awake here. All right. And that is a 13-inch one. I love this little measure net that I picked up here recently. Having a blast being able to measure these fish. Look at there. Another beaut. I love watching them swim off. That one did, and we hooked up. 4 casts, 3 fish. This is bulldogging. He may be a little better fish. Can't tell. They all feel good in this current. This is staying down for the most part. There we go, in the net, folks. And this one is looking like he wants to flop around. "13.5 inches. And he done flopped the hook out and all. Look at that. Then I got it in my net. There we go. Come here, buddy. Squirrely rascal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There he is. Fish on. All right, folks. 13-inch one. "13-incher. A little over 13. He's still cutting it rusty. There he is. He's hooked this time, by golly. Oh, it woke up all of a sudden. Look at that. All kinds of squirrely here. Oh man, pretty pink on this one. in the net. Look at the colors on this baby. $13.5 incher. Oh boy, folks, this is just a blast, I'm here to tell you. A blast. I've already caught over my limit in the first 15 minutes of the day here since I come down to this spot. And as long as I keep releasing them unharmed, I can sit here all day and catch them. We're allowed to keep 5, but I only keep the ones that get injured beyond recovery. The ones that swallow it too deep or get it in the gills or something like that. The rest of them I release. I'm not opposed to eating fish. I just, there's one. I just like catching them more than I do keeping them. Oh man, I hope I got that on camera. That was a pretty jump. That is a candidate for a slow-mo. Showing out for the people there. All right, for your viewing pleasure, folks, that little 13.5 inch rainbow put on a show for us, didn't he? And unhooked himself. Oh boy, it just don't get much better than that. And he's still feisty. Oh, you squirrely rascal. I brought him in green now. Be lucky to get a shot of him before he gets out of my hands. Woo-wee. Full of spit and vinegar, that one. Full of spit and vinegar. I'll tell you folks, you can do this too. If you just come down here to Mammoth Spring, Arkansas, and stay with the folks at the Riverside Resort, you can have you a blast just like I am. Mammoth Spring is right on the border of Thayer, Missouri. They are bordering towns, and this is northern Arkansas, of course, being on the border with Missouri. Took a couple swipes at it, but didn't get it swallowed there. Feel like the shrimp come off though. May have pulled it off in the rock. When you can have your line out in the water, in the current, and tell whether your bait have come off or not. That is sensitive line and rod. And those of y'all wondering about my gear, like I said, this is 8-pound power line braid with a barrel swivel, a 1/2-inch egg sinker, plastic bead to cushion the knot down there, 12-pound leader, and this is a number 4 owner tournament circle hook right here. My rod and reel, I've got my Field and Stream Tech Light 6-footer ultralight action, cork handle, and this is a Quantum Optics reel in a size 10, Optics size 10 reel. That is the gear for today. It is all about these scrappy rainbows today, though. They are the, I found that snag again. All right, got it all back again. And I got a little salad to go with my fish too. That circle hook straightened out a little bit, so we'll put the curve back into it. That's one thing nice about these light wire hooks. And I did mention, I believe, that's a size 4 right there. It's just perfect for what we're doing today. Just a pinch of shrimp. These are the small size pre-cooked shrimp, and you get about 3 baits off of 1 piece of shrimp. And if the fish aren't biting, you can eat your bait. It's pre-cooked. Little shrimp cocktail to go with your fishing experience there. There's a tap. And there's the fish. Oh, that feels like a solid one right there. This may be a decent fish here. That first stick, he felt pretty good. This feels like a decent fish here. Just gotta look at him, can't tell much about him. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, yes sir. Yep. We got something near the 15 or range or so right there. Let's see, 7. Oh, wow. Whew. This, and folks, is a 15 3/4 inch one. 15 3/4. That is my PB right there. Let's get a real good look at him. 9 and 7.5. Wait a minute. He's on 9 and 7 is a 16-incher. That's my first 16-inch fish. I had that tail right on. All right, that's on 7 and 9, 16-inch rainbow trout right there, folks. That's my first 16-incher. Oh, and he gets away. Wow. Y'all were here with me to see me catch my PB on my rainbows. Now, I know you folks over there in Wyoming and places like that scoff at a little old fish like that where your average is around 20 inches. But over in this part of the country, that's a decent fish right there, folks. And I'm proud to have him. Yep, by the time I got that tail lined up on the line, that stretched out to 16 there. There he is. Oh, another decent fish here, folks. Can we beat my PB already? Oh, this is really bulldogging too. Staying down like them big uns do. Got a glimpse of him. Oh, what I'd give to catch these on my 10-car rod. All right. He wasn't all that big. This is a male here. You can tell by the elongated jaw. He wasn't all that big. He was just dadgum mean, man. Whew. Give me a face washing for my trouble. All right, what'd you do with that hook? There we go. Yeah. Starting to develop the little kype on the end of his jaw there. This one is 13.5 inches. If you'll kindly let me handle him for just a second. If you look at that front jaw there, the longer mouth is the males, and then the short rounded head is the females. All right. There he is. Oh, he come off. Come off. Lost my bait in the process. Oh, Babaloo, you need to get on down here and join me, girl. down here before all the boaters, kayakers and rafters and canoers get down here, where you gotta plan your casts around the boat traffic. Been invited down to a camp this evening. Folks are from Louisiana, and they are, or Louisiana, and they have invited us over for some crawfish etouffee tonight. So I am looking forward to that. Some authentic Cajun. Of course, I cook some Cajun food myself, but this is going to be really good. Sure wish that redhead would get up and come join me, though. I enjoy catching fish by myself, but I enjoy it much more when I'm sharing it with my lovely bride. We just celebrated 33 years of marriage last week, and we are just as happy as we can be. There he is. And there he is, hooked up. Little drag pulling. My goodness, what a jump. 2 big jumps out of that fish. And this is a decent fish, folks. I hope I can land this one. I may have just broke my... Heavenly day. Oh my. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? What a nice fish right there. Let's see what we got. I got his nose on the 8. And that one is 15 inches. That's a 15-incher, so it didn't break the PB. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to keep that one. He got it down deep, it's looking like. That one is way down in there. Oh no, I see what's going on. It has come all the way through his mouth, and the hook is actually in the net. So I can just cut my hook loose, and we won't have to kill this beautiful fish right here. Just get that hook cut loose right there, a line through his mouth, right like that, and he's loose. My goodness. And what a doggone show he put on for us. Look at that beautiful fish right there, folks. Oh my lands, ain't that lovely. Thank you for such a fight. I hope I got all your jumps. Oh, if you can't tell, I am stoked about that fish right there. Evidently my hook fell on through the net when I cut it loose, because I do not see it any longer. No, there it is. There it is. All right, got the hook back and caught one lovely trout right there. Folks, I'm gonna tie this hook back on and we'll be right back with Papa Bear Outdoors. All right, we got a hook tied on and a fish on right now. First cast after I retied my gear. In the net. After catching that big whopper, we've got us an 11-incher right here. I tell you what, I won't cull him either though. I am enjoying catching all these fish. Little fella, if you'll be still, I'll turn you loose. I am an equal opportunity catcher here. Even you're gonna grow up and be big one of these days if you get a chance. Oh, missed that one. Didn't miss him that time though. He's up in that snag. He got me in that snag. He's still on. Oh, pulled him off. I let him get in that snag on me. There he is. Ooh, this feels like a good one too, folks. This feels bigger than the last one, or that last big one. Unless he just got around rock on me. see what we got. He don't feel quite as big now. He must have been wrapped around something when I first stuck him. Oh, that ain't nothing to sneeze at. That ain't one to sneeze at right there. That's a 14-inch rainbow right there. That one's hooked kind of deep. We'll see if we can get it out without hurting it. Yeah, got that hook out, even though it was deep. We're going to watch this fish for a minute. If he looks like he's going to survive, we'll turn him loose. He's looking pretty healthy. All right. Yeah. There's a 14-inch rainbow. Get him in there. All right. Good deal. That Babaloo is missing out on some big fish this morning. I hope she gets on up, comes down here and joins me. These circle hooks, for the most part, don't hook them that deep all the time. There's one. They are kind of designed to catch fish in the corner mouth. Normally, when they get them swallowed, they slide on out, but every once in a while, they will catch down in the gullet. This one's a good fighter too, folks. My. Woo-hoo-hoo. Another bruiser. And that is yet another 14-incher. Another 14. Hooked in the corner of the mouth. Right like we like it. Oh man, this is a red letter day, folks. A red letter day for Papa Bear. Woo! God is good. All right, folks, I got another fish on. Went up there at 25 yards up from where we just was. I think it's my first cast. Got another, oh my goodness. Got another bruiser, folks. Oh my. Another 14-incher. Another 14-incher right there. And a bunch of jumps and stuff. And I believe he unhooked himself too. Isn't that lovely? Mouth full of water, camera full of water. Oh my, look at that beauty. Wow. Life is good, folks. Got him. Wow, getting all kinds of wild and woolly with me. All right, we got us about a 12.5-incher right there. That redhead has come to join the party. Hello, girl. How you feeling this morning, sweetheart? I caught my PB this morning. Yep. 16. I caught a 15, a 14.5, and a couple 14s. You want me to help you in? Okay. I was able to release all of them, and you did remember my little camera. Hold on, let me get that camera out of your hands so you don't have to fool with it. Hold that just a second. Now my morning is complete. I got my redhead with me. Straight out in front of you is where I've been casting. You stable there?
Yep.
All right, get me a hook and I'll get you some bait. How's that for a deal? Chicken dinner, shrimp dinner. Here, lower your rod to me. Cross swords there, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right, girl. Slide down where I can get on the other side of you. I was getting ready to put that fish in the net, and he just swam out of my net. So I guess he recovered good enough. There he is. Uh-oh. That's a strong one too. I've been getting some aerial jumps. My gosh, we've been getting the footage this morning. Steer him out of that treetop there. He'll have me hung up like one of them did. I lost one in that treetop. He got down in there, I couldn't get him out. Oh